Whatever happens tomorrow, you must promise me one thing. That you will stay who you are. A good man.
I'm with you to the end of the line, pal.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of Full Metal Singles. We're here for another tournament match. We've got Antonio versus Robert Castner. And yeah, I had to start off with that tribute video because it's sad that we lost Garfield. It was really good, and yeah. But Tato, how are you today?
Doing all right. It's been a rough one in the community the past few days, as noted. Rest in peace, Garth. Terrible loss there. But we keep on. We play the movie trivia that he loved and carry on.
I mean, in general, it's been a tough week with all the deaths that were there.
Yeah.
It's like, but we're going to bring in some people. We've got introducing first. I don't know if I don't think I've got a record for him on my head, but I've got Robert the Ghost Castner.
Records
Robert,
don't cross over, right?
No.
Okay, well then it's zeros. We're zeros.
Yeah.
We're all zeros.
Unless they've already played already. But how are you feeling today?
I was good. You mentioned backstage that there was going to be a tribute, and then I was like, oh. And then I watched that, and I got very emotional. I watched some emotional movies today. I'm a wreck, but that's a Monday for you. So what are you going to do?
Yep. Do you have any thoughts about your opponent, Antonio, today?
I have all the thoughts because he's my partner. I've known him the longest in the community. We've teamed up plenty of times. We've done this at least a dozen times, if not more. So, I know I'm in for a fight because we know each other so well.
Yeah, no, as I found out when the match dropped in multiplex, you just recently played Antonio in multiplex.
Yes. Continuing a trend.
But with that, I'll get rid of Robert today for now, and we'll bring in Antonio. Antonio, how are you feeling today?
Well, I will second Robert's sentiment in that that tribute video was very, emotional. And yeah, man, rest in peace, Garth, and just looking forward to playing Robert. Although I'll be honest, man, I get tired of it, like because he's one of my closest friends, and it's fun, but it's just also just a pain in the ass to go up against one of your closest friends in trivia. You kind of want to play people that maybe you haven't played as much, or people that you might have like a rivalry with. But either way, I look forward to it. I'm glad that Full Metal Singles is back. I honestly missed you, Malcolm, and I'm always glad when Tato's here. So yeah, I'm just happy everything's going underway.
But yeah, and as we move into round one, I'm going to bring back Robert. How round one goes is going to be 10 questions in 10 different categories. Everyone gets a point apiece. I know it's been a consensus decision of mine, but unfortunately, if you do get a perfect round, no bonus question this time. Some people hate it, some people like it, but you get 3 repeats, 1 challenge. Keep your hands on screen at all times, but most of all, have fun. Tato, I'll get you to ask the first question.
Alrighty. Question number 1 in the category of based on TV. Who played Sonny Crockett in the film Miami Vice?
Been a while since I've seen this movie. I really enjoy it.
This one's one of them misses. Classic Tato hasn't seen it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Robert.
I just think this is the Michael Mann movie after Collateral. Colin Farrell.
Antonio.
Yeah, Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell is correct. And your next question comes in the realm of thriller. Who plays Julie Woodman in Syriana? Down, Antonio.
Some movie once. Tilda Swinton.
And Robert.
I also said Tilda Swinton.
The correct answer is Amanda Peet.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew she was in Michael Clayton with him, but I thought maybe they worked together. Again.
Question number 3 comes at you in the realm of spy. Who plays the villain Dr. Kanaga in Live and Let Die?
Spies, am I right?
Yeah.
You know,
And,
don't contribute.
yeah,
much
I think this
to
is
society.
the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down, Antonio.
I can't pronounce it or spell it, so I didn't want to guess.
Robert.
Yaphet Kotto.
Right.
That is correct. The next question comes in the realm of war. Who plays Staff Sergeant Sykes in Jarhead?
I never saw this either.
Saw it once.
It stars my favorite actor. I haven't seen it.
2, 1. Pins down, Robert.
But I'm pretty sure he's not the answer. I think it's Jamie Foxx.
Antonio.
Yeah, I glanced at this on Netflix a while back. Jimmy Fox.
Jamie Foxx is correct.
Question number 5, animation. What U.S. state do the Simpsons flee to after being driven out of Springfield in the Simpsons movie?
Still gonna see this damn movie.
This is when it goes downhill. Legitimately.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down, Antonio.
Wisconsin?
And Robert.
It looks just like the poster. Alaska.
Alaska is correct.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah, if you're driven out of your home state, go to Alaska, because why not? In the category of a drama, aside from being a woman, what other reason does Frankie Dunn give Maggie for why he won't train her in $1 Million Baby?
Huh.
I like this question.
I think I've seen one of these movies so far. This is bad percentages for me.
3, 2, 1. Pins down, Antonio.
I think it's because she's too old.
Robert.
Makes sense. I said he's retired.
She's too old is the correct answer.
Yep, I believe that ties her back up. And we'll go on to question 7 in sci-fi. In Back to the Future, How does Doc Brown realize that Marty's actions in the past is jeopardizing his future?
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. Robert.
Said siblings being erased in photo.
Antonio.
Yeah, it's a picture of him and his siblings.
Your next question is actors and actresses. Which actor has played the following characters? Frank Dixon, Abraham Erskine, and Nigel Kipling.
Worth noting, both competitors getting that last question correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was worried it was a newspaper, and thus we were.
Sorry, I thought I said correct, but
No, when you do that, Malcolm, I assume it's right, and we just move on. But maybe that's my arrogance.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. Antonio.
Stanley Tucci.
And Robert.
Shout out to the clip we just watched. Stanley Tucci.
Yeah, I didn't double check the questions when I was going to do that.
To say we would have got it anyway.
And question number 9, in disaster movies, such as Armageddon and the Titanic, in The Day After Tomorrow, at what location does Sam's group take shelter while they are in New York for the decathlon?
Now people will know when a certain battleground was recorded.
Gotta say, that's 2 movies featuring my favorite actor. starting to add up.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. Robert.
Said the New York Public Library.
And Antonio.
Yeah, the New York Michigan is right. I just said library.
Library or public library is correct.
I almost gave the address, but I didn't want you.
Forget it, you're from New York.
And your final question comes in the realm of directors. Who directed Wild at Heart?
Oh, sweet. Do you know this?
I feel like I do, but it's escaping me.
You know, Tiz is gonna be mad at you if you don't get this. Just saying.
God damn it.
Pretty sure this
I mean, isn't Tiz often mad?
anything that doesn't involve him getting things right or having questions related to movies like this.
I mean, he was mad at me for who the randomizer paired him up against in this tournament.
I'm not gonna pull it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. Robert.
David Lynch.
Antonio.
I know who's in it too. Coen Brothers.
David Lynch is correct. But with that, at the end of round 1, I've got Robert on 8 points and Antonio on 6 points. And once the Bennett does what it wants to do, I can show it on screen.
Hey.
But with that, we move into round 2, which is the real round, and the categories that we have on the reel, we have Alicia Vikander movies, which is Robert's strength, 21st Century Ethan Hawke, which is post 2000, which is Antonio's strength, submarine movies, directors, movies featuring Led Zeppelin songs, Stephen King adaptations, 90s comedy, and movies set in France. As I bring back the reel, Robert, you are in the lead. Do you want to spin first or defer to Antonio?
So the last time I was in a situation like this, I went against a grain and it sucked. So I'm going to do what I normally do. So when it sucks, I'll be okay with it. I'm going to defer.
So Antonio, this is your spin.
I'm very nervous.
Don't be nervous. You're going to get Ethan Hawke, and it's going to be fun.
And it lands on Spinner's choice.
Yeah, all right, give it to me. I'll take Ethan Hawke.
I will read you your questions on Ethan Hawke. And I like the fact that strength categories are near the top of my question things. I don't have to. All right. Your first question in the realm of Ethan Hawke. In The Black Phone, Billy tells Finney that he can escape the house via what means? And you do have multiple choice if you need them.
Just be safe. The multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are: is it A, tunneling under the floor, B, basement window, C, sneak out the front door at night, or D, break a hole in the wall and exit via the freezer? And 5, 4, 3, 2. C is incorrect, Robert. For the steal, in The Black Phone, Billy tells Finney that he can escape the house via what means? Is it A, tunneling under the floor, B, basement window, C, sneak out the front door at night, or D, break a hole in the wall and exit via the freezer?
I'll be clear. This is like the one thing I watched of your strength. Problem is, I don't remember who Billy was. Because all
Me too. That's why I had to do it.
So I'm going to say D is in dog.
D is also incorrect. The correct answer is basement window.
Yeah, I was between
If I had known what Billy was, I would have been like, yeah, basement window the first thing.
It's why I specifically put those as the multiple choice options. All right. Your next question in 21st Century Ethan Hawke. What is the code name given to the time-traveling terrorist that Agent Doe is chasing in Predestination?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are: is it A, the unmarried mother, B, the barkeep, C, the fizzle bomber, or D, the time traveler?
I'm going to go with B.
B is incorrect. Robert, for the steal, what is the code name given to the time-traveling terrorist that Agent Doe is chasing in Predestination? A, the unmarried mother, B, the barkeep, C, the fizzle bomber, or D, the time traveler?
So if it's the obvious answer, I won't be mad because it seems really like the movie's so stupid then, if that's the case. I'm going to say the unmarried mother.
Is also incorrect. The correct answer is C.
See the fizzle. Cool. I'm glad go.
Nobody calls me a fizzle and gets away with it.
Well, except for that one guy who did and ran off. He got away with it.
Come to think of it, he was the only guy who ever called me.
After today, only half the people who called me a fizzle will have gotten away with it.
Question number 3 in 21st Century Ethan Hawke. Who plays Charles Bromley in Daybreakers?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Sam Neill, B, Jay Laguerre, C, Willem Dafoe, or D, Michael Dorman?
Sam Neill?
Is correct for a point.
Yep.
Thank God.
And your last question in Ethan Hawke. Who is revealed to, what character is revealed to be the traitor in Assault on Precinct 13?
Oh, man.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Kevin Capra, B, Smiley, C, Marion Bishop, or D, Jasper O'Shea?
C.
C is incorrect. Robert, who is revealed to be the traitor in Assault on Precinct 13? A, Kevin Capra, B, Smiley, C, Marion Bishop, or D, Jasper O'Shea?
You know, it's funny, Tone. I watched the original, right? Because we had the Carpenter thing.
Right.
I only had seen this one a couple times. I know it's Brian Dennehy who's Jasper O'Shea.
D is correct.
Also,
So
one before.
So at the end of Antonio's round 2, Robert is up to 9 and Antonio is up to 7. And now going to the spin for Robert.
Boy, I'd hate to see what the Alicia Vikander questions are.
You're right.
And it lands on submarine movies.
Huh. Well, I know like 2.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm gonna. That's not good enough for me. I'm gonna spin again. I'm gonna play the odds.
Lands on
Oh, but Jesus Christ!
Antonio, what category do you want to give? Do you want to repeat the options?
You know what? Let's just have some fun. Let's do some movies featuring Led Zeppelin songs.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I mean, if the 2 I know are in here, then they'll be
Right. They might be.
I will say "Oh Jesus" is not a movie with a Led Zeppelin song in it.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Hey, what a coincidence. I happen to have... question number 1 in movies featuring Led Zeppelin.
Mm-hmm.
Who plays Mark Baum's wife, Cynthia, in The Big Short?
Crap. I'm going to multiple, please.
Is it A, Selena Gomez, B, Marissa Tomei, C, Margot?
Can I hear the options again?
Yeah. I think Tato's froze there from it.
Am I okay? Sorry about that. That does happen from time to time. Is it A, Selena Gomez, B, Marissa Tomei, C, Margot Robbie, D, Melissa Leo?
Okay, so I know 2 of these people are used as devices in the movie. So I'm going to go with Marissa Tomei.
That is correct for a point.
Question number 2. In the movie Our Friend, what U.S. landmark does Dane decide to backpack to on Thanksgiving?
I don't even... I can't even fathom what this is, so I'm going to multiple choice, please.
A, Hoover Dam, B, Mount Rushmore, C, Mississippi River, D, Grand Canyon.
So the question is, what can you really backpack to? Can you really backpack to the Grand Canyon? Is that really a thing? I'll say Mount Rushmore.
Antonio for the steal. In the movie Our Friend. So there you go.
In the movie Our Friend, what U.S. landmark does Dane decide to backpack to on Thanksgiving? Is it A, Hoover Dam, B, Mount Rushmore, C, Mississippi River, D, Grand Canyon?
Only just because it seems weirdly placed with all these other choices. I'm going to go with Mississippi River.
It's also incorrect.
Oh,
The correct answer is Grand Canyon.
I shouldn't have talked myself out of that as a logistical thing. Okay, cool.
Question number 3. What is the name of the villainous toys in Small Soldiers?
Oh, dang it. Multiple. I don't remember.
Is it A, Gorgonites, B, Commando Elite, C, Cobra, D, Chaos?
Commando Elite.
That is incorrect, Antonio, for the steal.
I would go with A, but I think I'm actually trying to be fair here. I think Robert's right.
Let you do that, and then I will go ahead.
All right, A.
A is correct.
Okay, so I'm going to challenge because it's confusing because technically the Gorgonites end up being the good guys and the Commando Elite are the bad guys. So I got confused by the question. So I'm going to challenge that the question is worded confusingly.
I will. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen Small Soldiers, honest. But yeah, I understand that. I'm just double checking what that's it. But yeah,
I just want to know what Led Zeppelin song was in there.
That's the question. That's what I'm wondering. That's a good call. I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm saddened that I didn't remember.
Do you know much about the Small Soldiers to Tato?
Being that Antonio preemptively threw it out, I'm inclined to lean towards honoring the challenge. The question at this point is, what do we do? Do you have a backup question, or?
I'll work on a backup question.
All right, I will ask the next question while you are working up on that one. Gorgeous. And I'll do a nice little song and dance. Take a shot, ladies and gentlemen. What is the name of the band that Dewey got fired from in the perennial Henry Top 100 School of Rock?
No Vacancy.
You're not supposed to answer it that fast when we're ramping for time, but you're not wrong. So,
hey, hold on, let me think about it. If I recall, there's a guy in the crowd of the Battle of the Bands, and he's my favorite guy in the movie because School of Rock should have won. But when they announce who actually wins, he goes, "Yeah, no vacancy. Woo!" He's my favorite guy. So I'm going to say that the answer is no vacancy.
That is correct.
That's my favorite part of that movie, hands down.
Anyone got any sweet fantasy football draft stories from early drafts?
Me and Robert were in one recently, and
there was a Zoom meeting, and everybody decided to skip the Zoom meeting because they didn't want to have a communal experience. I don't know. Like even the aforementioned Anthony Tisdall was like, "Hey, I want to watch a movie with my wife," and I was like, "What's wrong with you?"
There's like so many leagues that I'm in where I'm always the 10th pick. And Tato, I think in ours, I think I'm the 10th pick also.
Yeah, you are. That's what you get when you win the league, bad boy.
The one on Thursday?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
The 31st, yeah.
Okay.
There's a dynasty league that I'm doing for the first time, like Superflex, and I'm the first overall pick. But because I've never done a dynasty, I'm not sure what would be a smart or dumb pick.
I mean, I'll tell you, the smart thing is to pick the guys who are going to be around for a while.
Right.
But like, I'll tell you that the dynasty rankings I know, it's Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson. So just Justin Jefferson and you're fine.
I was thinking Justin Jefferson too.
Yeah. He's young.
But you said Superflex, right?
Yeah, which I had no idea what that means.
Oh, okay.
It's worth noting, like a Joe B might be a solid look there, young quarterback.
Mahomes or
I was thinking of him too. Like honestly,
you could go any of those guys. It's true.
Or even like Trevor Lawrence, but I mean that might be kind
or even Hurts or Fields. Fields even not bad idea.
No, Tatum.
And given that he's gonna win like 8 Super Bowls in his career, yeah.
All right, so all this fantasy football talk will be outdated by the time this match drops. But so placement question is, I haven't put it in the doc, so I'll read it. Who played Scourge in Thor Ragnarok?
Carl Urban.
That is correct for 2 points.
And that's the one where I do know the song.
Yeah.
But how is it
Every other
spelled?
movie.
Scourge spelled.
That's a topical joke for later.
Well, the only other movie I knew was Shrek the Third because it also features the Immigrant Song.
Immigrant Song, right?
So the Led Zeppelin song in Small Soldiers is Communication Breakdown.
Never heard of that one. And I've been downloading some Led Zeppelin songs recently, and I haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
But going into round 3 at 14 points, I've got Robert Castner, and then I've got Antonio on 7 points. So anything is possible when it comes to round 3. And basically how round 3 works, and I realised I didn't actually give the rundown for round 2, but if you need questions about it, then it's just happened. But how round 3 works, you get a 2-point question, which is a guaranteed data question, so it could be director, composer, actor, actress. Even though I wouldn't go that far, but cinematography if you wanted, but that's not going to come up. The 3-pointer is a guaranteed quote or plot question, and then the 5-pointer is an IMDb question. But we'll get to that when we get to there. But with that, because I asked Antonio his round 2 at Tato, actually, before I get there, Robert, you are in the lead. Do you want question set number 1 or question set number 2?
Damn it, I was hoping this wouldn't come up. Because this is the bane of my existence. This is the most difficult choice when you're in the lead ever in leagues like this.
Right.
I'm going to go with set 2.
So, Tato, if you want to ask Antonio his question, and it's question number 1 in the...
Absolutely. Who directed Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Michel Gondry.
A certain community member will be very glad you got that one correct.
I'm like, I don't want to say Michael. It's Michelle.
Asked Antonio his 3-point question.
Alrighty. Question 3 in the realm of quote plot. What is the name of the Don that Vito kills in Sicily in 1923 in The Godfather Part 2?
Should I go for it? Don Tomasino?
That is incorrect. It is Don Ciccio. With that, so you need to hit your 5-pointer. And so how the IMDb question works is we're going to give you the genre, and then you have to pick 3 clues out of year, director, actor/actress, co-actor, and or you have 3 clues out of those, and then right now,
Alrighty. So your genre will be action, crime, thriller.
And so I get to choose 3 clues, right?
You get 3 clues: year, director, actor, actress, co-actor, or composer.
So give me actor, actress, co-actor, and director.
Your director is Joseph Sargent. Your actor, Walter Matthau. co-actor Robert Shaw.
The Taking of Pelham 123.
That is
correct.
true for
Yeah,
5
buddy.
points.
Yeah.
All right. Which means you get to put the pressure on Robert. And your 2-point question is, who directed The Interpreter?
Oh shit! Knew I should have picked section 1. Fuck, the interpreter. Oh, man, I know this. It's somebody of repute. Oh, God damn it! Fucking interpreter. Are you kidding me? That's the movie we get asked about. I knew yours. Crap. Tony Scott.
It is Sidney Pollack.
That's right.
So
At
we
the
move
movie,
over.
okay, man.
So move over to the 3-point question. In Legally Blonde, how does Al work out that Chutney was lying about being in the shower at the time of her father's murder?
Because her perm hairdo was still it hadn't been affected by the water. It was still in a perm when she's on the stand. Final answer.
Yeah, no, I mean we can give it to you. Like I was going to accept like anything related to the perm. Like the answer that I had was she got the perm earlier in the day, but it still worked with everything that you said. So, and if people want to argue in the comments, I'm the judge. I make the rules.
Antonio can challenge if he wants to.
No,
Yeah.
she loved that answer. That's why I was hoping you hadn't seen the movie, but I was like, damn, he got perm. All right, that's it.
I mean, I was talking to the people specifically in the comments. They'll go, oh, but
Who would debate that? As long as he said perm, that's good.
But with that being said, and your winner is Robert the Ghost Castner. I'm going to put Antonio at the back for a bit. But Robert, you pulled out the win today. How do you feel?
I feel good. Played a good round 1. Questions I missed were movies I've never seen. So that's good. And then, spinners and opponents can be daunting, but obviously in this league, strength level questions are very hard. And, Ethan Hawke, 21st century Ethan Hawke is pretty diverse. I was going to be hard pressed to get to it. I was more focused on mine strength, especially because I'm using it in additional leagues. And then, Antonio gave me, all the categories were strange. It could have went any way. And I joked consistently that I only knew 2 movies that had Led Zeppelin songs in it. 3, technically, if you count School of Rock. I didn't know that one. So then it made round 3 easy, but I got to tell you, when the interpreter comes up as my 2-point question, I get nervous. That was a nervous thing. I'd never seen it. I know who's in it. I know the gist of it. So, it feels good to get out the win. Just luck, I guess, just with regards to the questions in round 2, I think helped me.
But with that, you move over into round 2 and will be playing in either Steve Mesa or Maria Hamid. Any thoughts about either of those players?
I've played Steve a bit in some other leagues. I've also played him a bunch in, Full Metal Classics. I've only really been on screen with Maria one time in a classic. So it would be fun if she got an opportunity to move forward in the tournament. I think that would be great. But, either way, it'll be an interesting match. I don't know what to expect for strengths or anything. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, but with that, we'll drop Robert out the back and bring back Antonio. Antonio, how did you feel about the match today?
I think this is the first time where someone gets spinner's choice, and then their opponent gets opponent's choice, and where I'm actually not that upset by it. Because I guess I was just hoping with my strength just to be. There was a binge where I was going kind of horror. So I was hoping for Ethan's horror stuff besides Daybreakers, like Purge and Sinister, and also maybe some of the before trilogy. So some of the other movies I never really get a chance to get to. But I mean, it's against Robert, so I wasn't really that disappointed. I was like, I just wanted to keep it close. So I was glad to get the 5-pointer. It would have been nice to move on, but it's a fresh slate. My kind of bummed about starting on 1, but again, losing against Robert, I don't mind because he's amazing. He pulled it out, and I guess maybe I would have. I forgot how crazy the round 2 strengths can be, so maybe I should have went with like 90s comedies or something. But in hindsight, this is still like just really fun. That's why I went with like Led Zeppelin. So his opponent's choice, but yeah, I'm just glad to start it back up again. So hope to be back soon. But yeah, I'll be more better strategic choices with my strengths in the future.
Yeah, but with that, fortunately, like you do end. Depending on what happens later in the year, I might be able to slip you in another match. Like I'm going to try and get some people who didn't quite get a chance to get in the tournament to get like a one match in that first. But if not, we'll definitely see you next year. And yeah, and as I drop you off, and Taylor, how did you feel about the match today?
Yeah, it was a great one, as predicted, coming right down to the wire there. Good stuff. Both great competitors. Can't have asked for anything more. Good stuff.
But yeah, but for that ends Full Metal Singles for today. We'll see you again next week for Aaron J versus Joe Farrelly. Yes.
Hey, you shut